Hello, Nicole. Hello.
Hello, Eric. Hello.
Welcome, everyone, to a BBCAN recap show. And you know what to do. Follow, like, and subscribe. Wherever you guys are watching. Twitch, Twitter, YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, all of your favorite places. Make sure you follow, like, and subscribe. It's a great way to help support the shows, as is sharing them, because sharing is caring. Share it now. Let people know that we're live. Share it later. Let people know if you think that they would like this show. And of course, you can get the links to all of our socials and our schedule over at hellofriendspod.com. What about if they're listening to the podcast version, Nicole?
If you are listening to that audio version, please be sure to leave it a 5-star rating, a nice, lovely, positive review, and again, sharing is caring. So share that podcast with all of your podcast listening pals.
So, I am excited to talk BBCAN.
I'm really excited to talk BBCAN. But
Why?
You know what?
What?
I feel like it can't just be two of us.
Okay.
I feel like 3 is always better than 2. Like
me too.
an isosceles triangle.
Yeah, like the sauce.
The sauce, which I didn't know they called it that till today, but I think we need a third side to this triangle.
And who should we get for our third side?
I'm thinking somebody that we all know, especially us here in the HFC.
The one, the only.
Chickie-dee-dee-dee-dee-dee-dee.
Chick-a-deedle-dee. Hi, Chickadee.
Woo!
Hello, Chickie.
Guys. Hi.
How are you, Chickie?
Mwah.
It is the one
Thank
and
you.
only Chickadee. Thank you for being here. We said at the,
Thank you.
I think it was 2 weeks ago, we were like, if anybody wants to join us to talk BBCAN. And of
Yep.
course you were like, yes, I want to join and talk BBCAN. And here we are. We are here talking BBCAN.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Really, I really appreciate this. Is a lot of fun.
It is
I'm
so
excited.
much fun.
I feel like we're getting into trouble.
Absolutely. Trouble is our
Yeah.
name, and this is why I wore this shirt.
Oh,
Well, me.
she's ready for trouble.
We're
She
ready for
swears.
trouble. I swear, it's not me. So just remember that.
It's
Okay.
not her. She swears.
And
it's
red is
not
always sus.
Yep.
Exactly.
And Eric's red.
What? Oh, yes,
You're
I'm
red. You're always red.
I'm always red. Chickadee, of course, talking about Chickadee plays the Among Us with us and always swears it's not her when she's murdering people.
It's not me. I'm telling you guys, time out. It's not me. Never.
Never. And never, but always also.
I love it.
So, I am so excited to kick off another week of Big Brother. A lot of good
And-
things tonight.
A week that I did not spoil for myself. I kept blind and deaf to it. I was like, I don't want to know anything about it. I want to be completely surprised. So I went into this episode very ready for a shift and a change. And whether we got that, we will discuss. But of course, we have to start at the top in order to get through the whole episode. So we're going to start right at the beginning. And the beginning is, obviously the recap, but then it goes into a Beth and a Jed talking, and Beth explaining they don't need Vic in the house because there's only room for one badass bitch, and that person is Beth. How do you feel about that?
Go ahead, Chickadee.
Well, Beth, I don't know. In terms of Beth, I think she can actually, I know this is going to be really weird to say, but I think she can actually do something. She needs to win something right now, and she might be able to pull something off. If she can pull those two girls in, but they would have to win something to make something happen.
I don't think it's weird because I kind of shift because a couple episodes ago I was saying how I think if anybody, Beth is the type of person to make a big move and kind of turn on Jed and Ty. And the way this episode went, I was kind of like, oh no, she looks like she's very committed to them. This is not going to end well. So Beth, for me, was very frustrating this episode. I don't know if you guys agree. I feel like she was very not nice. I feel like she was very full of herself. Beth's convinced she's going to win. And I feel like that's fine if you're confident, but if you're arrogant, then I just want to see you go.
Yeah. I mean, I will say right from the beginning of the episode when the announcer was doing that Tara edit and he was like, Tara went from the bottom into becoming the queen bee. And I was like, what show are you watching? Tara's not the queen bee.
Huh.
I think they called her Tiny Tara. I think they were calling her Tiny Tara.
They called her Tiny Terror, and then they were like, and now she's gone from the bottom to the queen bee, getting out Victoria. It was all in that little recap.
It must mean Beth. It must mean Beth.
She only wins if she's against. Right. No. I understand. I understand what you're saying now. Yes, they meant that.
I was about to say, I'm because that wouldn't make sense. That was the one that got her out.
I mean, honestly, I thought it was Tara watching the thing, but you're right. I didn't understand why they were saying Tara, so I guess they did mean Beth. Either way, I wouldn't call her the queen bee either, but okay.
That's where we're at right now with the edit.
That's where we're at with the edit. I do agree with that.
I guess what I want to ask you guys, I have so many opinions about everybody right now, and everybody's
good. That's what we want to hear.
Everybody's feeling of their oats currently. So I was talking about Beth and Jed. Kiefer walks in the room and they all start, yay, we're Final Four. How could we not be Final Four? We're the best alliance to ever play this game. Kiefer, you took out Kyle and Roe. We all keep on bouncing back and forth in power. This is the most power an alliance has ever had in Big Brother history. Really, though?
I don't. Go ahead.
No, you go, Chickadee. They hear from you all the time.
No, I didn't like that, in terms of him coming out there saying that. First of all, their alliance, that's not an alliance. That was like a 2-week alliance. It really, it's, I don't know. And I just feel bad with the whole thing going on, but that'll be probably after the fact of the little spoilers that happened if anyone's watching the live feeds. But yeah, that was a 2-week alliance. That's not the alliance. So in my eyes,
it's not the alliance, but still, I mean, watching this is going to be one of those weeks where I'm going to be thrilled, and I feel, again, there is no spoilers. I feel we agreed when we started that this season that we were just going to talk about things as they're going on. So I love it. I love that Kiefer sat in that room and was like, we're the best alliance ever. Oh, nothing's ever going to happen to me. Knowing your ass getting backdoored. Yeah. Good. Go home. Can't wait. Can't stand them. This week is the epitome of everything I can't stand about Kiefer. High horse, in with the cool kids. So full of himself, he didn't even realize he should have been working better to make sure that the people that backstabbed everybody didn't backstab him.
He was way too confident, and like he's just so trusting that it's like trust no one. I think if you went into that house, and maybe Nicole, I don't know, but I think I just probably wouldn't trust anybody. You trust no one, watch your back, and you know that there's always going to be something going on. And I don't know how he not realizing that, I don't know.
I would argue, and I guess we'll see more if they show like his DRs. I would argue it's almost like if I just sell it, they'll know how committed I am. So it's kind of, I think I could see Kiefer being the type, okay, I don't want to go up to them and say, you wouldn't put me up, right? Like you wouldn't backdoor your alliance member, because I think he's the type, like if you put that out into the universe, then they're going to get sketched out and be like, why should we put you up? I think he's the type that views it as, if I play it like we're the best, I wouldn't target you, you wouldn't target me, we're not targeting each other. I think that's how he played it, because he thought like if I sell it, they'll know I'm with them. You know what I mean? I feel like that's how I viewed it more. Right. So it was very arrogant, but I feel like it was also like, if I do this in front of them, they'll know I'm committed to them 100%.
Yeah. And normally I would agree if he showed any humility on the live feeds. Like, I get that the show's edited, but he doesn't. That's his personality, and it has nothing to do with it. He's just like that all the time. I can't stand him. Yeah.
Damn.
We watched it every single week. We watched it every single week. He moves to the people that are in power, and then he, like, throws away the not cool kids if he feels he's in the cool group. And now I think he knows, well, we know he knows from the feeds that he is backdoored. So now he just has to play it as, it's okay, it's a game, whatever. I want to be a good example for my kids. Okay,
or
great. Or
blindsided, more or less.
Yeah. I mean, he's not gonna. Here's the thing. This is what I feel Kiefer is the definition of hypocrite. I'm very passionate about Kiefer today. I feel he's the definition of hypocrite because he's like, I need to be a good example. So now I'm not going to campaign or do anything because, the country's watching. But on the weeks when I was in power or was able to manipulate, I had no problem saying all sorts of horrible shit, high-fiving when Roe is gonna get in, trouble, talking shit about Braden, throwing me out. No problem doing it then when I'm part of the group. But now that the group has turned on me, now I'm gonna take the high road, go back to acting like I'm perfect. Go. Oh, I can't with him. He's so fake. I'm not here for him today. Sorry. I mean, I love you. Game-wise.
No, I know.
Game-wise.
What are your thoughts, Chickie?
I just feel I feel bad in a way because like he actually was like last week, like my week changes from week to week.
Yeah,
like,
same.
First I'm like, I'm a Rose fan, I'm the Rose show, and then I'm the Kiefer guy, and then I'm like, wait a minute, maybe Tina can pull something out. So I for one point I was for Kiefer. I was like, man, he's winning the comps. He got the 3 HOHs, and he's in a great spot. He was sitting pretty, but now you're starting to get too cocky, and and the trust, and you gotta. I feel that with the double eviction, he made the wrong move. He needed to take out the guys, and that's his down. That was it. Like that, his game was over right there. So
I agree. Like hindsight 2020, I had said in an earlier episode, like, no, I think he played it good. Like keep the peace with both sides, navigate down the middle. If he can keep that, the two sides will attack each other. Done. But lo and behold, like Eric was saying, they got him. And I think for me, like the moment where I was like, what are you doing? Was in the kitchen telling them, guys, can I tell you something? Alliance that I'm really close to. Like Victoria told me day 2. Do you not realize that was pinned on Ty, your alliance member? And she wanted to go after your alliance members?
You gotta take that to the grave. Why did he say that? Like I was sitting there going, what the? Like why did he do that? That was bad. That was bad. When you saw their faces, they were like, really? So you knew right there.
Because he thinks he's untouchable. He
thinks.
And then he walked into the room going, like he was all pumped up, and it's like, ouch, ouch, ouch. Yeah, that was a bad move on his part. So.
That for me shows me what you two were talking about. Like that's the epitome of it. Of like you want them to think there's unconditional trust, but you're basically telling them, oh, guess what? There was somebody that had power, and I didn't tell you, but we trust each other, right? Like we're good.
That was terrible. Yeah, like, all trust out the door. Goodbye. That was
That's him so much. That's him so much. This is the first time they gave him more of an edit true to how he is on the live feeds, in my opinion. And yes, obviously, where I'm referring to game when it comes to Kiefer.
Yes,
I'm sure in the real world, Kiefer is amazing, but game-wise, I'm not a fan.
I can get with that, and I very much put him then in the same category as Beth. Beth is somebody who, like, you put Beth, Jed, Ty side by side, and again, it is an edited show, but the way Jed handled Tara having like her emotional moments is very, very different from how Beth responded. You have Jed, who's just like, oh, she's calling me out, like not now, like kind of like dismissing it, like looking forward, a thing here or there, but nothing bad. Beth was very too much. And one thing that I even tweeted about because it annoyed me was her saying, you didn't play this game in a team and look where it got you. And I'm sitting there going, it got her to Final 7, which is also where you are. Like if you're visiting the jury house, then you can yell that through the window, be like, look where it got you. If you're calling someone at their house, you be like, look where it got you. You're in the house, you're both in Final 7, and you're like, look where it got you. I'm like, got me in Final 7, bitch.
Right.
I feel like we're in the same boat. You can't call someone out when you're both rowing in the same boat.
Right.
I don't get it.
I honestly want Ty or Braden to win, and I don't think Braden has any chance. And I got a feeling that I have a feeling that Beth will convince Jedson to cut Ty. That's how I think it'll all play out.
Aren't those two? Don't those two have a final 2, Jed and Ty?
Yes.
Yeah, but
right.
I mean,
so that's I don't think they're gonna take Beth. I don't think that's gonna. I have a feeling that's not gonna go.
Of course he is. Because he is, a brother, a big brother. You also have to remember that Canadians are much nicer than us, and the number one thing, and Beth is smart, and she will play on this. Is this how you want to look to Canada? You just strung me along all season. It wasn't for real. You didn't have feelings for me, so you were just using me. So you're going to cut me. You're not going to take me to final two. Everyone's going to hate you. That's really, and I think that would work on Jetson.
You know, in that ball pit comp, right? So you know how they're saying endurance. I was really hoping like that Tina. Now isn't she like a hockey or something like that? So I'm thinking, all right, maybe she has some endurance. You have to have, you know, you're skating, or I don't know how they play. You gotta play. I'm sure they play hockey on skates in Canada, but I figured she would have more endurance. Do you feel that maybe one of the girls could have pulled that out? Was it really that hard? I mean,
I think I listen, I understand the frustration. I understand the forget it. It's this many people against one. That's something that nobody will understand unless you're physically in it trying to play a game and everybody's targeting you. However, the little part of me, which is actually a big part, is like you never stop fighting. I don't care.
Yeah, like when she gave
if you need 10 X's to get out and you have 9.5, like as much as that voice in your head is like, F it, I'm just gonna go sit in the corner. You have to keep fighting. And like that's where I got emotional too, is like, Terry, you're better than that. Tina, you're better than that. Like Beth, Jed, Ty, Braden, they're all still searching. Like, who cares if there's no balls left? Right. Just search. I don't like. And my prime example, of course, it's going to be about myself, is the part 1 of the final HOH on my season of Big Brother. Mickey he had to get 25 coins. Mickey had like 23. Holly had 20. I had 7. And I knew obviously I wasn't going to win. I wanted to sit and curl up in a ball, go under a rock and cry. But I was like, no, I'm not going to win. But like Tara said, it's you against you. And I'm like, I want to get another coin for me. But I refuse to not continue to fight because I want to fight until that buzzer rings off that one of them won. And that's where I get a little frustrated because like I understand you're upset, but don't stop. Ever.
Yeah, didn't Cliff do that on your season too with the slip and slide? He wanted to keep on going, if I remember correctly.
Oh, God, I hated that too. Here's the thing. I'm going to go ahead and disagree with this one. Well, I mean, I'm agreeing. In Nicole's situation, 100%. Game's over. You lost. You should be doing it for you. That is the end of the game in that scenario. I do think this was Tara's best play. It is a social game. Now, I don't think that she was doing it for strategy, but I think her being confident and and I'm going to do it for me and all of that, I think that is great for her. It's not going to help her win. I think maybe exactly what she did was brilliant. Call out the people for doing it. Tell Jed, you have my vote. Put a bigger target on him. Even play a little bit the woe of me. It still is a social game, a social vote. So I think her being defeated in it at this moment is good for her game.
I think it's okay to be defeated, but not to quit. When you're defeated and you're in the bull pit still searching and you're crying, then people go, oh man, Tara's down and out. She's hurting right now. When you stand there and go, I'm done. To the end. People use that card and go, she's a quitter.
Right.
And so we should bring her to final two so she quits there.
Right. Well, yeah, like would a person like, I don't know, that's the character like that, to me, even if she did, someone took her to the final two, knowing that she, was quitting and giving out a comp. You just not. What was that?
I said Victoria. We could name that. Old school Big Brother was all about dragging the horrible quitters who sucked at the game to the end that you knew you could beat. I mean, that is like Big Brother 101. So it is a smart strat. But here's the thing. I don't believe, so like what Nicole's saying is true because I don't believe Tara was doing it for a strategy. She's just doing
frustrated.
It. So, it's like both things are true, I guess is my point.
Don't get me wrong, like I felt for her. Like I was getting frustrated. I was getting upset. Like I understand that feeling of like what's the point right now? Like I get it. And it's very sad. It's frustrating.
And in my eyes, as a natural competitor person, I would be like not giving up. I would just be giving it my all. I don't care if there's like 10 red balls over there, 10 red stripes on the balls. I'm going for it and I'm going to do the best I can. And, but everyone's different. And she's frustrated. It's hard.
Yeah.
These girls got to win something.
They do.
And they will. One will.
They will.
They set it up for the perfect edit for Wednesday, which two things that I wanted to say, and I got so distracted, and I meant to say it at the beginning of the show, but this is good because people will probably listen with me saying it now. I want to let everybody know that on Wednesday, we are going to be joined by Mitch Muffin, Big Brother Canada player, and at the start of that show, we're gonna talk a little bit about Nikki Graham because obviously he played with her. So we were kind of saving it to talk about it on that show when Mitch is here because I saw people saying, I can't believe you weren't saying anything about Nikki. No, we will. We're just gonna save it for Wednesday. It honestly is, I can't imagine what it's like for Mitch. So we're going to talk about it on Wednesday's show.
Absolutely.
Yay, Mitch is here.
And keep her family and thoughts and friends in our prayers. That's very
absolutely sad. When I found out, incredibly sad. And like you said, Chickie, just thoughts and prayers and love and light to her family, the Big Brother community. I know Arissa said something at the start of the show. It is such a tight-knit, just thoughts and prayers. That's what I'll say.
I'll say I hope you're having all the chocolate vodka you can drink up there in heaven. That was always our thing, that I would get her I would get her the Godiva chocolate because she didn't believe me that it existed. And she'd be like, Eric, I can't believe this chocolate vodka. Like, yes, Nikki. It was fun times.
The episode tonight had a very heartfelt moment of like the final 7 eating together. And those are the moments that get to me because you guys know I view it more as like camaraderie and family and you meet people. So like that really, just bothered me the way they were, like, not bothered me in a bad way, bothered me in a good way. Like, oh man, like calling each other family and we made it to jury. We did it. Like, I was just like, oh God, preach. Like I was over here crying.
I mean, here's one thing I'll say about this cast, which is where I want to give them the benefit of the doubt. I feel this is a cast that very much does stuff for television. Like, they're very much trying to create good edits. Like, they want to make sure that their speeches have, like, things are gonna get spicy, the TNT goes boom. Like, they are trying to put on the show. They actively talk about, let's create something good for TV. I'm gonna bring popcorn to this meeting. So they're very much about putting on a show. So I do appreciate that. So that's where I want to give them the benefit of the doubt and go, okay, in the real world, they're all going to just love each other and be like, of course I was acting like that about you because I was, trying to be dramatic. And I hope that they're all just able to let it go. It's just weird. The whole thing's weird. I find Beth very unlikable. Like as a player in the game. And I feel like we should be rooting for her. We always want a female player to be doing really well and go far in the game. And then you look at Beth and you're like, I have trouble rooting for her. But then I think, am I being a victim of the exact same thing that I complain about people about of you can like somebody in Big Brother, but not if they're doing good. If they do too good, then you're not going to like them. They have to be the underdog, but not too much in power of the underdog. And don't. So am I just falling into the trap that I complain about? I don't know. Either way, I'm just not a fan of the Beth edit.
I don't know. I'm waiting for something to change. I guess I'm looking for something more out of Beth. I'm looking for something more cutthroat. I'm looking for her to cut the guy.
Yeah.
If
She's not going to do it.
HOH, don't think she would? Because
Never in a
when
million
she's on
years.
the feeds or like she's talking by herself, like I just feel like she might. What do you think, Nicole? Is there any inkling that she might do something like that? If say she won HOH, do you think she would put Ty up, or I don't know if she would put Jed up, but I don't know. I mean, she needs to break up those guys. If you really want to win Big Brother, you gotta get one of them out. And I'm wondering, I would love to see her do that, because I think if she did that, right?
Yes.
If she did that and then grabs in the girls, grabs in the Tina and the Tara, and try to do something somehow. I know the comps are probably going to get more physical, I'm assuming. But I'm hoping for a girl win. That's what I want to really see is a girl win.
Yeah.
So
I said, like, I think it was last recap show or the one earlier, I said I think Beth does have it in her to do it. I really do. I do think if randomly, let's say there's another double, I think she's the type to go, you two get up there. Like, I could see her doing it, kind of like, Eric, what you were saying about with like the theatrical. I could see her being like, oh, this will look good. Watch me. However, something about her talks to herself. This episode, for some reason, I didn't see it as like she's gonna do that. I saw it as a me house meeting, like just flapping the gums. Just, this is what has to happen, and this is what has to happen, and then let me do one random weird push up, be unsuccessful, and get up and leave. Like, that's like that storage room, her speaking to herself. I didn't feel like, damn, she's gonna do it. I felt like she's just saying this just to say it. So that's what I fear. I fear that she may just be saying it, and then when push comes to shove, she might not. However, depending on which mood she's in, I think she could swing under the right circumstances and pressure and be like, this will look like a boss-ass move if I do it this way, and just do it. But this episode, if you just show me this episode, I would say, no, she's not capable. She's not going to do it. Not that she's not capable. She's not going to do it.
Yeah, I can get that.
I feel my feelings on this situation can best be summed up by the one and only, my favorite, Taylor Swift, when she says, I think I've seen this film before and I didn't like the ending. We've seen it like 4 times now on Big Brother Canada, most recently with, I am just always forgetting her name, and other one that I can't stand, and they went all the way to the end, and the whole time she was like, I'm gonna cut him, and we had these same exact conversations, and we were like, yes, she's gonna do it, and she was such more of a girl power person than Beth is, and then guess what? She got there and it didn't happen.
Well, Beth on a game level is not, obviously, no offense, girl power. That's not me. Like, that's pretty much facts. If you look at her on a game level in that Big Brother house, she is a get rid of Victoria, get rid of Austin, like, she's not, I don't know, the way she's playing the game. And she said that in her cast package before she entered the house. She said she was going to focus on like interacting with the males more so. So I guess she stuck with her strategy, which is consistent.
I was just hoping that, and this wouldn't be my gameplay, but I was just hoping she would, flirt with the guys, hang out with the guys, and then cut them.
Like a real Black Widow.
Yeah, exactly.
Yes, it's true. It's very, very true.
Yes, and I meant Kayla and Derek from like the Paris winning season is who I was referring to. Like, don't you remember we watched that whole thing and we really thought we were gonna get that? And we didn't. Because the guys always prey on the girls' feelings when you get down to like 3 and 4. They're always like, either what we had is real and this is not real. Or if the guy is, in if she's in power, then sometimes we watch the guy do the gross, like, oh, well, like, wanted a relationship after this, but I guess if you cut me, I'm never going to talk to you again. So then Canada's going to hate you. And then they fall for it every time. So I refuse to.
I don't think there's going to be a relationship coming out of that.
You don't think so?
I don't know. It doesn't look like she's really that into him. Like it doesn't look like the Goo Goo Gaga that you usually see on the regular Big Brother.
Yeah.
It's like, it doesn't look
No.
like.
I can see that.
Yeah, she flat
I
out
think
said
she's
she
using
wanted
them.
Ty, but
Yeah, she's a flip
Ty
flopper.
didn't want her, so she went for second choice.
She is a flip-flopper.
This season was
Jesus.
really strange with everybody going with just really weird.
Yeah.
Well, that's what we'll ask Chickie in regard to, people that pre-jury, already in jury. What were your thoughts on like the overall cast and their dynamic and everybody so far?
Oh, incredible. I mean, this was an unbelievable cast. I mean, I don't think we've even seen this on ours in the United States. We haven't seen a cast like this. This is, in terms of the diversity,
yeah.
diversity. Yeah. The diversity is incredible. And they have a great connection. I've never watched, this is my first BBCAN9. I have to admit, this is my first BB. I never saw the others. I only
Oh my God, you
saw
just
that.
did so good with that. That is the whole trick to doing live shows, Chickadee. You just have to, you did so good. I had no idea you didn't know Kayla and Derek. You did so good. You totally can, you got it. You literally can have your own show. Yep, I know what you're talking about. Yes, and.
You're funny.
Yes, and Tara made me emotional this episode with her little yoga sesh where she was getting herself ready. And it didn't happen for the HOH, but spoiler, it will happen later in the week. So she just needed a minute. She needed a minute. Sometimes you need to be so low down. I think that she even said that. Like, what doesn't kill you makes you stronger. If you are knocked down, it's usually in Big Brother when you have that moment of like, raw, like I can't take this anymore. And we're gonna see it. I'm excited to see it. I really am.
It's gonna be, I have a feeling it's gonna be a very emotional edit because I believe if I remember correctly, what she said on the live feeds was the day the POV competition happened in real life is the actual anniversary of when her brother died. So she won it on the actual day that he died. So that's what will save. That's what will save her game.
Her brother. Damn.
I just want to say this. If I die, God forbid, and one of you guys are in a competition show and I'm up in heaven and I hear, oh God, Eric, please let me do this. And I let you win the comp. What I would think you should think is you have the ability to make me win a comp, but you're not giving me lotto numbers. That's what you should be thinking.
No.
I would be like, thank you, and lotto numbers next time.
Oh God.
Angels watch over you and they give you what you need.
Yeah.
If that makes sense. That's what I believe.
I believe that too. I was thinking.
Yeah, so now I'm emotional, guys. Okay. So going back to the whole HOH competition, of course, they had to go into the ball pit, find balls, fill up their arrow, and there was also knockout balls, so they could knock out each other. Like we said, everybody was not everybody, but the trio was knocking out Tara. Tara gets fed up, and like you said, she starts blowing it up. She starts saying, that's it, I'm done. He has my vote to win. At first, I'm like, who's he? Is it Kiefer? I'm confused. And she's like, Jed has my vote to win. That's it. Jed won this. Everybody's coming after me. You're all a bunch of cowards. To which Kiefer starts biting back. Kiefer's like, don't you call me a coward. You better not be speaking to me. And it's like, Kiefer, relax. She's not talking to you. Just let it happen. And the interesting thing that I thought, in that interaction is Tara saying, come on, Kiefer, you don't think they're going to cut you next? And him saying, they won't get a chance to. And again, my brain going, Kiefer, they're literally right there. Like, I know you're arguing with her over here, but they're right there. And you're like, they won't get a chance to. I'm going to cut them first. Like, if any of them were listening, which they probably were because the house is not that big and the door's open, they're probably like, oh shit, he is coming after us. Like, Kiefer, no!
Yeah, cocky Kiefer. Like, he needs to just, it's going to be his demise.
Twitter likes him. As far as I can see, Twitter, I don't ever share any of my Kiefer opinions unless it's on this show where I can, explain more that I'm referring to his game and not him as person.
Oh, I
But
love him as a person. Adore him.
yeah, so like I feel like I'll be having a Kiefer eviction party by myself. But I also have to say, from the live feeds, we also know in that ball pit, they were apparently all helping each other. Like, they were all, like, in other words, everyone would give their balls to Ty to get him 5, and then he would go out, and then
Right.
they would keep going, and then when he would come back in, that whole group would give him more balls. So they were blatantly helping him right in front of her as well. It wasn't
Oh,
just
Jed, you mean?
Jed. What did I say? I'm sorry.
Yeah, and I know
Jed.
what you meant, Jed.
Helping Jed. So it wasn't just that she was going back to the podium, seeing the strikes against her, when, according to her version of the story on the live feeds, she's in that ball pit and they're all helping each other. They're all helping Jed in the ball pit as well. However, breaking news right before the show went live tonight, Tara was in that ball pit, flipping balls around, then all of a sudden she stands up and she's holding a giant black ball, which we've never seen in the ball. It was clear she was looking for something for a while, and then she looked for like another minute or two, and then they cut the feeds. So, I mean, she doesn't need it. She won POV, but
If it's a POW or for next week or something.
yeah. I
That
mean,
would
she
be
doesn't need it
good.
for this
Right?
week. Here's what terrifies me, because people were joking and they were like, it's gonna be some diamond power of veto or da-da-da-da. I was like, I swear to God, if that's what it is and Kiefer convinces her to use it on him. Like, I mean,
Then
obviously the POV ceremony's over, but if it's some magic power where she can change the votes or, oh God, please don't keep him safe, Tara. He is not on your side.
Yeah, I don't think she would. I don't
I
think
don't
she
think
would.
I don't think she would
Yeah,
either, but there's a
no,
little
no.
part
I
of
think
me
she's
that's
loyal
like,
to Tina. I think if there's 2 people like right now also that are loyal, it's TNT. They're loyal
Yeah.
to each other. You know.
I think they are, and I honestly think that Jed and Beth are, and I think Ty
Yes.
and Jedson are, but I think
Yes.
they are to an extent. Like, in other words, I think they would all go to 3, and I think Ty would take Jed to 2. I do not believe Jed would take Ty to 2 if Beth was
I
there.
can see that. No, I can see that. That's the way I feel. It's weird because like I almost feel like a stronger gravitational pull between Jed and Beth in my brain, and like now, especially if Kiefer goes, I kind of view Ty as just like floating on like an island. Like I feel like he'd be in a weird spot. Like I still think, like you said, he would bring Jed. I think Jed would be considering of bringing him, but I feel like I don't know. I feel like Ty would be in trouble of like I keep on bringing this up, but if there's another double, I feel like Ty would all of a sudden just like vanish and people like, oh, Ty's gone. Like I don't know. I feel like he's like expendable.
And people are throwing out there like, oh, I'm going to give you the votes whoever wins the most. I think who was that? Kiefer said that, or no?
Yeah.
Tara, but said whoever wins the most, and I'm giving you the votes and stuff. So I don't know if they really just say that, or maybe things are different in jury,
Right.
but they got to start thinking of the jury votes and stuff.
I got news for you. You guys sent the 2 bitterest bananas to jury first. Do any of you think that you all have a chance? Your only chance, the only chance Jed and Beth have, and I would almost argue Kiefer a little bit too, is if they're in a combination sitting together. Because one by one, everyone going in that house, Victoria, Rohan, Brayden, I think they'll all vote together. Anti, Jed, Beth, Kiefer, I almost want to say. You started out that jury real bitter.
Yeah.
I feel like Victoria wouldn't be bitter toward Keith.
Oh.
I feel like she would. No, I think she respects the game enough. I kind of like
I was about
to
to
mail
say that.
her. I think he's the male her, right?
Yeah.
Chickie? I agree.
Yes, 100%. She's respecting the game, even when they let her go when she knew she was going up. She handled that good, and she's like, good gameplay. It's his big brother. So she respects the gameplay.
I agree.
I agree. She respects the gameplay, but again, I mean, it's hard. It's hard until you talk to her outside of the game. And granted, we kind of talked to her outside of the game, but I feel like I haven't seen enough from her outside of the game to know. So if she's gonna be, I respect the game, then 100% I think you guys are right. But I almost have a feeling she's gonna be bitter banana, because here's the thing. I don't even think she's necessarily gonna mean it. She's 100% said, I want to be the next Ica. I want to be this big dominant force player in this house. That's what she's going to do. Production's going to amp her up.
Oh my God.
Production's going to amp
I'm sorry. You said banana so many times. I just had to.
Banana.
Can somebody say? Can somebody say?
Good and plenty. And what else? And Swedish fish. What are those for? Oh, is that your?
Oh my God.
I don't like any food
I'm
cold
sorry.
nugget.
Those are my weakness.
No, but I'm sorry.
What are they for?
Because I was eating some.
Is it like your
energy?
No, I just know that. Okay, I got it. It's for your energy. It's for your energy. I got
when
it.
you get old, you gotta have some. No.
Oh goodness gracious!
Do you want some?
I wish.
I would love some of those nugget candies. Oh, those are my weakness.
Oh, these are so good. They have the talk. Wait, let me not sidetrack your show. I'm sorry.
No, we're good. No, we're good. We it's a candy break.
Okay, so we have.
I'll trade you a banana for some.
I
we
would
have
be really.
Toffee, we have almonds, we have dark chocolate, and milk chocolate.
Oh, the milk chocolate are the best.
I would have been really impressed if you could have just passed it back and forth in your squares, like if you had a whole thing all planned out.
Oh, you know what? You have a ball pit behind you. Why don't we do monkey in the? I'm in the middle, right? So let's do monkey in the middle. Take the ball, BAWL. I'm only kidding. Take the ball. And then you throw a ball to Nicole, and I'll have to try to reach it. And then, I'm like,
Yeah,
oh,
you
Lord.
don't know the way the ball pit works.
Eric, throw a banana.
All right, that was.
I don't have a banana. But you know what I do have? Oh,
that was good, Nicole. That was good.
Oh, that was good. That was good. You caught the banana. Throw your chapstick.
Throw my chapstick. Here it is.
Oh, got it.
Wow, good catch.
I threw it the wrong way.
You did. It went a loop. It went around the world. That was like a long
I'm sorry.
throw.
We got distracted.
No, we love a distraction. It's 11 at night.
Oh, throw. Wait, here comes the ball. You ready? Go. Oh, man.
Where'd you get a ball from? Where'd you get a ball from? Do you just have ball? Oh, I know where you got a ball from. Forgot it.
I can't. Oh my God.
Is that a softball?
No, that's my dog's ball.
Oh, okay. Well, that's cute.
Once I start laughing, please don't get me in giggles, because once I start laughing, I can't stop. And then it'll be like another 15 minutes. So.
Okay,
so
well, we
I'm
don't
sorry.
have another 15 minutes,
Yeah, I
so
know.
we'll
Carry
stop
on.
it
Sorry.
then. We'll stop it then.
We are zen, and what I will say is what impressed me during this episode was actually seeing more of Tara talking to Jed and kind of pitching. Tina talking to Jed and pitching, maybe go after Brayden. You want somebody, who wins more. One of Tara's arguments that impressed me was explaining how you gotta win power in order to make big decisions. Because Jed was like, you would put up me and Ty. And she was like, yeah, I probably would have. And I was like, ooh, was that smart to say? But she followed it up with, but you have to win competitions in order to make moves, and I don't win things, Brayden does. And I was like, well played, right. Tara, well played. So I did like seeing more of the campaigning from Tina and Tara and what they have in their holsters, if you will. No, I feel like
No, I
Um,
agree. Go ahead, Chickadee.
No, I agree. I just that I just feel bad for those three, Brayden, Tina, and Tara. They have to, just something has to get done.
yes.
You can say the talk, but you're not winning anything. You got to
Yeah.
do something. It's
I
time.
lied. I disagree. They're horrible. It was stupid gameplay. What are you talking to him for, Tara? You should have, when he walked into the room, you should have been like, you know what? You're right. I did put a target on you. And I'm going to continue putting a target on you because I'm bitter. Because you're playing as a threesome and I don't think it's fair. And when I go to that jury, I'm going to tell everyone how we all had it harder than you and none of you deserve to win. So you better hope that Brayden or Tina don't make it to the end. You know what? I think you're using Beth too. You better make sure she doesn't make it there, because I'm going to make sure the whole jury never votes for you or Ty. Have fun playing as a trio. Now get out of my room. That's what I would have done.
Wow.
Well, it's really sad to see the well, we don't know. Sorry, I'm going ahead of something myself with the
No, go wherever you want.
Oh no, because we're with the show, and I'm realizing that I'm gonna put the Kiefer thing on, but
No, put the
it's
Kiefer
really
thing on.
Oh no, because Kiefer's on. Am I allowed to say that?
I've already said it like 5 times.
Oh, that Kiefer's on the block. No, so it's just ironic how the two captains. Like I did not think the captains, the older captains coming in, were going to be lasting this long. I'm shocked.
Yeah.
It was great. He really did good, and it's just a shame to really do, in a way, to see them on the block together. Coming in together, and like now it's this time.
I agree. I think it's again a testament to how amazing this cast is. As much as like Victoria had her moments, it was sad to see her go as a player.
Yeah.
Ro, King, it was like, oh, now he's gone. Kiefer, yes, he frustrates people at times, but it's like, damn, now he might be the next one gone. So it's like all these quote unquote big players, injured. Like
that deserved.
Yeah.
They kind of deserved the win because they worked hard, and these three are just having a ball. Like they're on like a spring break.
But see, this is where my argument comes in. But they got there. Like you can't knock anybody for getting there because they must have done something right. And that brings me back to one of the most frustrating scenes for me was Beth walking into the bedroom. I'm gonna assume maybe Mother Nature was visiting her, and she walked in and was like, "I've had it. I don't know how you two have patience. I don't have patience. I want them all gone. I just want all three of them gone. They're all bothering me." And it's just like, excuse me, like what, like
that's probably her hormones,
right? That's how I saw. I saw it as like she's on edge. She's in a bad mood, and she just like is getting irritated by people. But the moment, and I used to say this with Victoria when Victoria would do it, the moment that was very telling to me, and I know they're working with her, but Jed and Ty should have went like, was when she was like, Brayden, brr, brr, brr. He walks in the door, she's like, hi, sweetheart.
Yeah,
like, That's scary. That is scary to be able to, and Jed and Ty need to be aware that she can kind of like
flip it that fast. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
I was scared.
Yeah.
I am not going to comment on women's PMSing or cycles.
No, that's what it just reminded me of when she was like, I'm irritated. I want them all gone. Just get rid of them already. I was like, okay, I see what's going on here. She needs some of those chocolate nuggets.
We got it here. We got plenty of sugar here. Everything goes better with chocolate.
True.
Tara went up, Maria Santos says, Tara went up and tried to ask him, what will you do for me? I'm assuming she is talking about Jed if he doesn't use it, maybe? And apparently, again, I have not confirmed this, but I saw people saying it in chat that Kiefer threatened to walk out. Well, we were maybe live or a little bit, so I hope that that's not true.
That was on. I think that was on the feeds today. Was that on the
Yes,
feeds
I
today?
just saw somebody. Yes, Sparkly Eye is confirming. Yes,
Yeah,
tonight.
yeah.
Tonight he was having a pity party.
To
Says he wants to walk
self-evict.
out to self-evict.
Like I think he asked if I self-evict, do I go to jury? And one of the players said that no, you go home if you self-evict. He doesn't go to jury.
Such a
isn't he a super fan? If you're a super fan, you should know that.
I think I'm gonna play devil's advocate here again, and I'm gonna argue that a heat of the moment, frustration, don't know how else to get it out of your system. It's still very, very early in the week. You go through the stages of grief when you're on the block. You go through a very different stage of grief when you're almost or are a back door. So I think it's kind of just him going through the different stages of processing. And I think one stage is the F this, I'm over it. Just, I'm taking my ball and going home type of thing.
Maybe they need to keep it to yourself, though. Like, keep it in your head.
Yeah.
Instead of voicing it, which is probably hard. Uh-oh.
Hi, everyone. It's me, Eric. No, eat a dick. Here's the thing. You know what I did? I watched my friend, the one over there, Nicole, be in a lot worse situation than a lot of these little fucking crybabies were in. And she fought every minute of the goddamn day. You know what she never said one fucking time? I want to go home. Self-evict. Let me walk out. So guess what? I don't accept it. I don't accept your fucking pity parties.
Right.
I don't accept you fucking crying and complaining. Shut the fuck up. Play the game. Stop saying you want to leave. A million people want the opportunity. You're one of 16 that got it. So over it. Don't play the game.
And if you're gonna say it,
go ahead, Chickie.
Oh, and if you're thinking and feeling it, I just feel like it shouldn't be voiced out loud to people.
Yeah. And I think that's what I'll say. I'll marry the two of what both of you are saying when it comes to me. I very much had those moments of like, well, this is embarrassing. Just send me home. Why do I need to wait if I'm probably going to be the one that's sent home? And then I would go, no, you have plenty of days. Go out there and fight. And then, like, you fight, and then you go back to your room, and you're in your head like, why am I bothering? I just want to go home. No, I don't want to go home. And, so I understand what it's like to feel that way and
That
say it in your head. Yeah, the little demons that are like, just go home. But I did get emotional, and I'm sure I said, like, oh, fuck it. But I don't believe I ever was like, send me home right now. I'm threatening to leave.
Yes. I get that. I wouldn't care if anybody said it one time. It's when you go on for the hours and you don't stop, and I should just go home, and I'm gonna pack my bag now, and and when you packed your bag like hours before you were leaving, because you know what you were doing? Too busy trying to play the game to stay. So play or go. We don't care. We don't want to watch it. And just don't call yourself a super fan. And then it'd be fine. Because if you're a super fan, you should know then that you're disrespecting the game. And that the super fans that are watching are going to be annoyed about you doing that. And then also don't walk around and say you're trying to be a role model. And I want to say more to that sentence, but I won't. Because the rest of it shouldn't be a factor.
I agree both of you, like Chickie saying, keep it in your head. If you're frustrated, you're mad, you're like, woe is me. Like I said, I'm taking my bowl and going home. You say it in your head. If not, go yell it in a room while you're alone. But you gotta keep your head up.
I just want to be clear. I just want to be clear because I think, especially in light of the Nikki Graham stuff and in all the stuff we're all dealing with in the world, I don't think you need to keep it in your head. Like, I think you can have there's a difference between having a conversation of, hey, like, oh my God, I feel like I don't have any hope in this game. I miss my family so much. Do you ever feel like that? Like, sometimes I think, God, I should just go home. Like, what is the point? And then you take stuff in and you listen, and then that's the end. Like, you can have the thoughts and have the conversation and share what you're feeling, which is a lot different than send me home. I don't want to be here anymore. If I'm not gonna win, then what is even the point? I don't even care. I don't even want to go to jury. Just send me home. It doesn't even matter. Whatever. I don't care. Send me. Like, there's such a difference in the way people handle it, and I just don't want people to think that I think, oh God, I'm never allowed to have a negative feeling or Eric will be mad about it if I. No, there's just a way to go about it. And you know, if the way you're going about a situation is egotistical or snotty or highfalutin.
Then again, for people like, me who never ever even,
Yeah,
in a situation like this, we would do that on the regular world. But when
right.
you're in that probably big brother bubble, things are probably a lot different, so maybe things like that came out with him,
Yeah.
to give him the benefit of the
Yeah.
doubt too.
I agree with that. And I think if you asked Kiefer when he was in sequester, he'd be like, "Oh my God, no, I would never quit. Are you
Yeah.
kidding me?"
Right.
I'm sure you asked him 2 months from now, he would go, whether he quits or not, he'd be like, "What? Why did I say that? Why did I do that?"
Right.
When you're in it, it's just like this pressure cooker of all of this fuckery and emotion. And you don't have your family, and who do you talk to? Nobody. But I'm mad. But I'm happy. But I'm here. But I hate it. But I love it. So I think it's just that feeling of like, just send me home. I'm mad. Like,
Right.
and it's
Right.
it's almost like when you put people in the Big Brother environment, it's like we suddenly all become toddlers. That's what it becomes. It's like we all become preschoolers, and that those heightened emotions just come out, and those whatever, I didn't like you anyway, like it just comes out.
And Terror the tantrum. What
Yeah.
they call it, a tiny terror. I'm the tiny terror who has tantrums.
Yeah, like I get it. I do get it.
Yeah.
I mean, speaking of her, I thought it was very nice that Jed picked her for Wendy's, especially knowing how this week, what it means to her in her personal life. I think that was, I don't know, I thought it was very, very nice. I think as a testament to his social game. I think he didn't want to decide between Ty and Beth, but I think it was very nice that he picked Tara. I thought it was lovely.
Definitely, that's nice jury points, and I think he did it as a good thing too.
I do.
On the feeds, it was funny because, on the feed, she was like, "No, I ate dinner already," or something like that. I think she got like a little. I think that was her first reaction. It was like kind of disrespectful that she. Right? Was that true? Or I don't know if anybody in chat is, but I think that came out with.
It did. Here's the thing.
I'm glad they didn't show that. So.
Well, here's the thing. It just is more ammunition to what I was saying about why I think Jed would go with Beth, not Ty. I actually think the real reason he did it was because he wanted to look good to Canada. He knew that the edit was going to be their argument and the I did that and da, 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 da. And now look, we're eating at Wendy's and I want you to know that there's a chance we could work together. And isn't everything great now? I think he cares about the way. I think they all are very aware because they talk about it so much, how they're coming off in the edit. And that is why I think he ultimately brought her there. And yes, I mean, maybe he didn't want to pick between Beth and Ty, but I think it is more so he was concerned about how he was going to look over the argument with Tara.
It was a good move. It was a good thing to do. So
yeah. I agree. I think it was in his heart. Like, oh man, she's having a rough time, and this week's already been knocking her down. And like I said, why show your cards? Why say, hey Ty, I'm picking you, or hey Beth, I'm picking you? Pick someone that everybody would go, oh, that makes sense.
Yeah, they literally had a bath and laughed about nominating Kiefer and talked about how he was going to use his kids and all this other stuff. So they don't care about people's feelings. They really don't. They care about how they look and come off in the edit. So
use kids. They didn't bring up his kids, did they?
They were like, when we do this, we got to be careful. He's going to say, you betrayed me. You backstabbed me. I told you that I was doing this to be a role model for it. They're like, he's going to pull every single trick out of his bag to make us feel bad. And they were like laughing and joking about it. So again, that's kind of like what I was saying in the, I hope after these people are going to be able to say, I was just trying to make a good show. So that's why I try and keep it to, they're just making a good show.
Yeah. I get that.
Because otherwise they're all horrible people, and I find it really hard to find any redeeming quality in them, except for my precious Ty.
The untouchable Ty. I mean, the end of this episode, which I know we're already beyond into spoilers, but you know, Jed is talking about putting up TNT, but having another plan. Kiefer thought, of course, thinking the plan is definitely Brayden. Brayden being an option, but Kiefer also very much being an option. Jed says, like, you know, we got this far, but he's expendable to us now, which is sad, knowing he didn't get rid of one of them in a double, but all's fair in Life, War, and Big Brother. So, of course, the nominations are currently a Tina and a Tara. And boom goes the dynamite. He has other plans, which, like we said, are to more so target Kiefer, who does end up on the block later in the week. So we end up with a Kiefer and a Tina, which is our coaches, leaders.
I guarantee you that during this ceremony, there is going to be some reference to Tara being like, the dynamite, the wick went out. Like, you know, she is going to say something like, the dynamite isn't ready to explode yet.
I hope she does. I hope she's like...
Every week they have something that they are so excited to use. And the only thing that I'll say that is so much different in Canada than BBUS is they do a good job of not letting us know things. Like not letting us know what's going to be on the show. Or not let us have any idea what the comp was about or what was said in a ceremony or so I'm waiting to see what a Tara's comment's gonna be on this POV ceremony.
Me too.
Yeah.
I hope it's something like badass, and I hope she then goes on to win the HOH. You know, shake it up a little bit.
Yeah, that's what we need to see. Definitely. Definitely on Thursday that has to happen.
I see Kim over on Facebook says, Eric, where are the powers or safety this year? If they don't have a battle back, do you think they will? I mean, again, we did just see Tara right before the show started in the ball pit, and she found some, you know, giant black ball. It was like the size of, I would say, like a basketball.
Wow.
You can,
and it wasn't there before. So...
Right, wasn't there before. And now there's also a bed in the room. I don't know when the bed made it into the room. Like
a bed in the ball pit?
Yeah, like a bunk bed.
Oh.
So like it's raised above the balls. And I think there's like a ladder going up to it and then like a bed. And then she found a big ball. Oh, it's that's the punishment for Ty. That's Ty's bed. Okay. I guess Ty got a he has to sleep there. Ty, how is that a punishment? Oh, you're sleeping on a bed.
Yeah, at least you're on a cot or whatever they're giving you.
Right?
I feel like
I would like to sleep on the ball.
Me too.
It'd be like a massage.
This is the only season, and now granted, I feel like we do these shows going so like late that I miss bedtime for the house guests sometimes. So my point is, I haven't seen anyone sleep in that ball pit room. I know we haven't had one bit of edited footage of people sleeping in that ball pit room. Other seasons, the have not room has always been so ingrained in my memory of live feeds of, you know, whether it's going to sleep by the lake with the tomb in the middle or on the dinosaur or in the wedding chapel. And I feel like because of this ball pit, we didn't get any of that this year. But I wonder if we're going to get a Marsha the Moose coming out of the ball pit soon, which neither one of you know about. You know how Big Brother has a squirrel? Remember how like, oh, the squirrel's coming in to kidnap everyone.
Yeah.
So Big Brother Canada has the moose, Marsha the Moose, and every season she plays a part, whether it be in a task or something with POV or whatever, but it's a big thing.
So the moose is coming, Chickie.
The moose is coming.
The moose is
The moose is on
The
fire.
moose is on fire. I hope
we don't
not.
need no water. Let the ball pit burn.
Let's let the ball pit burn, actually.
I mean, no, this all might not go down in flames. Chickie, how do you want to see the rest of the season play out? Who do you want to see in final two?
I really, really, honestly, like I said, I am rooting for the girls. Like in the beginning, when you guys had the assessment with the group, I was a fan of LaToya. I was a fan of Victoria, and I was calling them, Victoria or Victoria, whatever I was naming it. And I came around to Tina because she's family and she's older, and I was really excited about that. So I was hoping like those trio would hook up. So now, since we're down to basically Tina, I would really like to see Tina somehow pull out something, just something. Give me something to get her there. I don't think it's going to happen. That's who I want to see up there with another girl, whether it be Beth or Tara, which it's not going to happen. But I have a feeling that I think Jed or Ty is going to win.
Wow.
I think they're just going to, so. But that's who I'd like to see. I want a girl win, but I don't think it's going to happen.
I agree. Assuming Kiefer goes, shocker, 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 I'm team underdog, and currently underdog is Tina, Tara, Brayden. So that's like my ideal final three. Nothing against Jed, Ty, or Beth. I think they're going to end up being final three, but I want to see the underdogs make it to the end. I want to see the shocked looks on the jury's faces when Tara's in final two and could be like, there you go, suck it. Look, I got here after all your shit talking. I would like to see Brayden whip out all these wins and win himself to final two and knock everybody else out. Like, I would like to see it. I don't know if it's going to happen, but I'd like to see it.
I like Tina's head. She's calm, cool, and collected. She sees, she observes. She's, has the wisdom that comes with the age. And so I'm rooting for the Tina.
I was just laughing because I thought that you were going to say, you were like, when it started, I was for LaToya and I forget who else you said, and Tina. And then you were like, and now that Tina's the only one left, I thought you were going to be like, so I'm rooting for Jed. But that's what I totally thought you were going with that.
No.
Yeah. I mean, I have to say, I like Tina. I like Tina and Tara's personality a lot when they're not talking game. I find it the most like I feel they are the most like I would imagine they are in the real world when they're not talking game. They're just nice, friendly, not really gossiping. I mean, Tara does live to complain, but when she's not doing that, they're just normal people having normal conversations where when it comes to like a Beth or whatever, it's always very like eye-rolly and so I want a Ty or a Brayden to win. I don't think the chances are good of that happening though, unfortunately.
Maybe. So basically we named everybody but the showmans, if you will, the Jed and Beth. So maybe we see them on the block next to each other next week. Maybe.
Yeah, maybe. Doubt it.
I want a power shift.
Production, and I'll say this, by the way, and I feel like I say this every Big Brother Canada year, all of you that complain when production manipulates the game, this is what happens when production doesn't manipulate the game. So just remember that when you're complaining about why doesn't production, well, you're getting a 3 steamrolling to the end. However, like I said, we do have the big black ball in play. So please, God, production, manipulate this game and twist one of their asses on the block. Problem is, and my God, no, my fear is, it's going to be Ty. That's
how I feel. I feel like he would get screwed over by a power, and then we'd all be like, God damn it.
Yeah. Right. The clock is ticking, and it's getting close to the end. What do we got?
Yeah.
We got a couple more weeks, so
Wrap it up.
Something gotta,
Stir it
gotta
up.
give.
We will see. It'll be this week. I think this is a week for I think this is a week, or next week is a week for a twist. And then I think perhaps maybe in 2 weeks is a battle back time, if there were to be one. But if
that would be
not, then no, we're
flipping
in
great.
a fast race to the end.
I would. Oh
That
my
would be
God!
great.
Remember,
I would.
go ahead, Chickie.
No, I want to see if they do have that. We got to get Vic back in, or Ro.
Right.
Ro back in the house. That would be perfect.
And
Oh,
that's the
God.
thing. Think about it. If Kiefer goes out, now you're adding Kiefer to that mix too. So that's 3 people who have won a lot of comps and have that
Right.
grit in them to get it. That's gonna be a hell of a face-off.
Yeah.
No, I literally think if there's a battle back, the competition should be, is your name Victoria? Oh, then you won. You're back in.
I'd like to see Ro back though too.
Yeah.
It's the Ro show. I
Got
love
enough.
him.
Ro
We got enough
show, let's
sausages
go.
in the house. We need more tacos. Okay. So we have to rippity wrap this up, but I want to again remind everybody that on Wednesday, Bitch Muffin will be joining us to talk Big Brother Canada, and Wednesday's episode, which will also be the demise of Kiefer. And if we're lucky, Mitch will do his trademark sad tear. That's what he did when he got sent out. He just went. That was his whole speech.
Aww.
Damn. It's sad.
You'll love
like a
him.
mime.
You'll love him. We all love him.
His name is Muffin. How could I not like him?
His name is Mitchell Moffat, but
Muffin.
you know how the feedsters like to nickname people. Oh, well, actually, I think it was, Cassandra, again, another person who played. I believe she may have been the one who nicknamed him Mitch Muffin. Anyway, whoever nicknamed him Mitch Muffin, all us feedsters took it on.
I love that. Ring, 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 ring. Hello? I have no joke prepared. I just thought it was funny.
That was hysterical.
It's a banana phone.
It is.
Chickadee,
I wish I had something. Yes, sir.
I know.
where do you want people to follow you on social media?
I don't even know what my social media is.
I got it for you. It's right
I'm
above
like
your head.
Nicole.
It's at
Chickie-dee?
yes, CHICKIEDEE. Chickadee. If you want to catch up with her on social media. Love it. Chickadee, did you have fun?
Love it. This was great. Thank you so much. Really, this was a lot of fun. Wait a minute, I got a phone call. Yeah, hello, Nicole. Hi,
Chickie,
Nicole.
your banana's not as bruised as mine.
Would it be
Mine
so
is a
funny if I just had a banana right here?
Eric, where's your banana?
I don't have a banana.
Chiquita banana.
Chickie-dee-dee banana.
So listen, I gotta tell you something. Victoria is getting back in this game for sure.
You think so?
Definitely. Okay. And the girls are gonna take this game. The girls are taking this game.
Let me call Eric right now, okay?
Okay.
I'm gonna call him right now.
Can we stick a banana in his ear somehow?
Hello, Eric? Eric, are you there?
Yes, I'm here on the Snapple phone.
Yes, oh wait. This is a 3-way call right now? I need to let you know.
Right. I would like to see if we could have Chickadee come back on the show again in the future. So I'd like to give her a little test to see how she can handle this.
Of course, I can handle this. Are you gonna boot me? Don't boot me, Eric.
I got a candle.
No, keep going with your phone call.
Oh wait, I have a candle too. Wait, time out. Wait, we have a candle.
How it's turned into show and tell.
This is like show.
A pair of socks?
Oh wait! I'm gonna take my sock off.
Oh wow, I got feet too.
I have a pair of socks.
I feel like you're playing like a scavenger hunt.
Wait, time out. Do you have a stuffed
You can't get up. You
I
can't
got a
get up.
stuffed
That's
animal.
cheating.
You can't get up?
Oh, damn it. The door is locked.
No, because then this would go on forever, and I'm sure the podcast people are loving it. So,
I'm sorry, guys.
my test was, you make sure that you guys follow, like, and subscribe. It's what I thought they were going to talk about on their banana phones, but it's okay. I got it, everyone. Of course, don't forget to share the show now that you've made it to the end, wherever you're watching, and take all of your collection of stuff.
Yes.
Your bananas, your candy, your candles, and your socks, and bring them on over to HelloFriendsPod.com to check out all of the schedule and everyone's socials and more.
I am Gumby, damn it.
And Gumby. And if you want to see more of Chickadee,
Eric,
she'll...
Pokey. You're
What?
an orange, like Pokey.
I'm orange like
How do I do
Pokey.
this?
If you want to see more of Chickadee, she'll probably be showing up at an Among Us game near you.
Yes, remember. Oh, Eric, this is you. This is me. I'm yellow. And Lefty is in the green. And he's holding a gun. And it says, I swear it wasn't me. So I wanted one that said, time out. Guys, it's not me. But I found this shirt instead.
Again, for the podcast listeners, she's talking about fictional cartoon characters. There is no actual representation of anyone, let alone Lefty, holding any guns on anyone. Thank you. We'll see you guys all on the next show. Bye for
guys.
now,
Thank you so
everybody.
much. Mwah.
Bye,
Thank you.
friends.